alternate weekly food waste collections. For the record, let me be clear where we stand on this. We will not support the loss of a weekly food waste collection service. And we want to see far better recycling opportunities, much more better recycling opportunities. Just because the Tories, Madam Mayor, have a £9 million hole in their budget that they have to fill, cutting the bins is not the answer. These Tories, Madam Mayor, actually have the nerve to say to people, we'll put your council tax up by 5%, but when it's all taken into account, county fire and the rest, that's roughly £65 a year more that people are facing. But they will reduce your services and they'll cut the weekly bin collection to twice a month.
Many schools are already controlled by the existence of double yellow lines, yet my residents tell me it's a pointless exercise if there's nothing extra in this budget to help enforce them. And what investment are we seeing in waste collection? We've seen the response from residents at the thought of losing their weekly food waste collection. Brookvale and Kings Furlong residents tell me daily how we could and should improve their waste collections. Yet instead of doing that, this administration is looking to make savings by offering them a reduced service and charging them extra for that privilege by raising their council tax. The Conservatives are constantly just papering over the cracks instead of filling them in. Unfortunately for many of our residents, they're slipping through those cracks. And finally, Madam Mayor, if this is a sign of their new sharing society, then the Conservatives have no intention of giving their last Rolo to any resident in Basingstoke.
We've heard tonight it's a difficult time for local government. But it's the Tories that are in power at every level. It's their fault. They've been in power 6 years. It's difficult to be lectured on economics and Councillor Raphael to claim some sort of credibility when they've doubled the national debt in 6 years. That's sheer hypocrisy. Sheer hypocrisy. It's hard to recognise the land of milk and honey described by members opposite. It's nothing but disgraceful that one person is sleeping rough in our borough. It shouldn't be happening in the 21st century. The only growth industry we've got is people relying on food banks and charity shops filling our high street. I won't be supporting this budget.
This council is failing to deliver the housing needed by the people of our borough and town. We need to see truly affordable homes, not the government starter home initiative starting at £250,000. £250,000 is not affordable in a town where we see prices rising as fast as they are. Again, talk to people who know, and they will tell you that the rented sector is bloated and pricing people out of the market, and there are very little available anyway. The social housing sector is at breaking point for the lack of delivery, and the mortgage market is out of reach for so many people. The housing crisis we see in Basingstoke is directly affecting people's lives and threatening to increase inequality and the divide in our town. I don't just mean the continued impact of the welfare cap or the bedroom tax, or the fact that people are forced into the private rented sector with little protection. All of those issues remain and are very real. I mean that aspirant young people or older people that want to downsize by choice, or families can't move because the houses being built are simply out of their reach.
Madam Mayor, I totally agree with Councillor Harvey, and I will be voting against this budget tonight for the following reasons. As a council, we should be supporting the whole of the borough, which I believe we are not doing at this precise moment in time. As a case in hand, Winklebury in particular has no doctor's surgery, has no dental practice, and his one supermarket is ready to close, which is the only one in Winklebury. And if the county gets its way, there'll be no secondary school. You may be asking why, as a councillor for another ward, I'm speaking out on behalf of Winklebury. For the past 8 years, I've been a football coach for Winklebury Wizards youth football, and I can see firsthand the need of this community. The residents are losing all these key facilities, are being left feeling adrift. This could lead to community development issues. Returning back to the issue of the proposed closure of Fort Hill, this has been poorly mismanaged, poor consultation. The county officials have not followed the correct guidelines regarding figures. The governors have been held out to dry. the loss of community access, income and evenings and weekends hire of the school facilities, but more importantly, the safeguarding of the pupils who will have to walk nearly an hour across town